Hello guys and welcome to my channel and welcome to day 3 of this Lake Tahoe series. Firstly, if you haven't watched day 1 and day 2 yet, please do. You'll enjoy this whole Tahoe series so much more. Okay, so let's start for day 3. Today we are finally heading back to home. But of course, road trip means straight home तर कधी होतच नाही. In between, we are going to cover a beautiful spots today and today's showstopper is Mammoth Twin Lake and Hot Spring. Honestly, it was one of the best experiences I have ever had till now in the US and I really can't wait to show you what it looks like in the snow. Alright, then let's go. Our first stop Hot Spring is coming up soon. So now we are heading to the first stop, which is Travertine Hot Springs in Bridgeport, which is located on the same US 395 route in the Eastern Sierra region. Usually this spot without snow is very different, but recently it has been snowed in US, so the entire road was covered in ice. Ekdam winter wonderland vibe. And just as we reached, we spot this natural hot spring in the middle of the snow. Hot spring basically stays warm because of geothermal heat underground, so the steam you see is totally natural and super cool to witness. And then, of course, we all started checking the water like little kids. कधी न बघितल्यासारखं. It was surprisingly so hot, and honestly, the fun was just dipping our hands in the middle of all that snow. So yeah, nothing fancy, but just had a simple fun. Then we started walking a little further inside where the actual hot spring pond was, and let me show you that. Here it is, and already there were some people inside the hot pond enjoying the mountain view, and it was actually looking so relaxing. We checked the water here too, clicked a few pictures and enjoyed the moment. On the way back, we found these little ice popsicles hanging on the trees. They were looking so cool and cute. Of course, we had to touch them and see how cold they were. So before leaving, enjoyed the last closer look at the hot spring. The steam against the cold air looked up so cinematic, and whole mix of sky plus steam felt so unreal. And with that, we wrapped our time at the hot springs. Back to the car now. Time to head towards our next stop. Alright, so we have reached our next stop, which was Conway Summit Viewpoint. It's right on US Route 395 between Bridgeport and Mono Lake, and it's the famous spot for these dramatic high desert views. Especially in the winter, the whole area gets covered in deep snow with this low cloud sitting in the valley, which is exactly the kind of scenery we were seeing here. And just look at the view, such a stunning place to just stop and take in the view. This stretch of US 395 route looked like it was floating above the clouds, and truly one of the dreamiest roads I have ever been on. And look at these mountains, I swear I was completely in love with this view. Alright, so with hearts full of views and cameras full of snaps, we started driving towards our next stop. So let's go. Back on the road again, heading towards our next stop. The drive was already looking super peaceful. So we drove ahead, the fog started rolling in, the whole road looked so calm and dreamy. And then we passed by these frozen trees and snow-covered houses. Everything was just so pretty and unreal. And then we entered the little tunnel on the way to Mammoth Twin Lakes. It looked so cool with all the snow around. Just crossing this felt like we were entering a whole new winter world. And finally, we reached our last stop for day 3. The beautiful Twin Lake, guys. The parking area had snow everywhere and even the cars were slightly frozen. And trust me, the view after this is going to be breathtaking. And this is Twin Lakes, which is completely frozen right now. Such a wow view. Seeing an entire lake turn into a sheet of ice was honestly such a crazy and beautiful sight. And we are going to explore a close look as well from the bridge. So let's go towards the bridge. So we are on the bridge right now to see the lake up so close. And the moment I reached, I saw some families and kids were actually playing on the frozen surface, which was looking so unreal. By the way, Twin Lakes actually freeze like this every winter because this whole area sits at a pretty high elevation. थंडी इतकी जास्त असते की the lake turns into a solid ice sheet for weeks. So it's safe only near the edges, which is why people usually just play around there and enjoy the view. And with that, we finally started our drive back to home. Such a long day, lots of beautiful stops, and honestly, such a good memories to take back with us. आता बस, cozy drive, good music, and heading straight to home. Alright, so guys, this was all about day 3, the hot springs, next level experience, the frozen lake, and so many scenic views. Such a scenic day, and way to end the day. And let me mention again, if you haven't watched day 1, our drive to Lake Tahoe on 395, and day 2, what Lake Tahoe adventures we had, so do watch them. Trust me, both were next level. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, let's meet in the next video. Until then, bye bye.